Hello, and welcome to today's book chat. Today I'm going to be talking about The Illegal by Lawrence Hill, a Canadian author. And I've actually read all of Hill's fiction books, and so I was very excited about this book while also remembering that I shouldn't expect the same experience. And so, with that in mind, The Illegal was very different from the other books that I've read of Hill. And that is an okay thing. So, just to give you a little bit of a summary or an idea of the book where it starts, it is about a marathon runner named Kite Ali. And the book is set in the fictionalized countries of Zantoroland, which is an incredibly poor country, and Freedom State, which in this fictionalized setting is one of the richest countries in the world. And both of these countries are located in the Indian Ocean. So, the book primarily or starts out following the story of Kite Ali, and we learn about his life growing up, his desire to be one of the Zantoroland marathon runners, and we're really taken into his world, his hopes, his desires, and the problems that he ends up encountering. After this, the novel kind of splits off and follows the perspectives of a number of different characters. And when this first happened, I was feeling a little bit, I don't know if robbed would be the right word, but I was shocked and I felt like, what's going on here? I care about Kite Ali. I just spent these however many pages, dozens and dozens of pages learning about Kite Ali, and suddenly now I'm supposed to care about all these other people? But of course, Lawrence Hill is a artist. He knows the craft, and he weaves the story together in a way that each of these people interact with and play a strong role in Kite Ali's life. Now, some critiques that I've heard of the novel is that this all seems too fantastical. And I would agree. There were points when I was thinking, come on, there is no way that all of these people's lives would interact not only with Kiti Ali's, but with each other. Um, but then I just decided to accept it. And the fact that the plot is set in a fictionalized or within two fictionalized countries, I think made it a lot easier for me to accept that. And I wonder if that was part of the reason why um, Lawrence Hill decided to do that, because it became more of this story and this study in how lives can intersect and the choices that we make. One really interesting thing about it is the book, as you know, is called The Illegal, and Kite Ali is the illegal. And I won't go into that too much because the story will reveal it for you. But all the characters in this story, with the exception of maybe one, make choices that are indisputably illegal and often are somewhat despicable. And all of these choices are made, I guess, on a scale. The characters aren't necessarily heroes or villains. Most of them are really a combination of the two. Even Kite Ali makes choices that um, arguably would lead toward, villain status. But that study, I think, was maybe the most interesting thing about the book for me. So just to give a little bit more of the story without giving too much, it's really interesting as well. The story kind of revolves around this character who everybody wants something from. Everyone wants something from Kite Ali, and he struggles with figuring out the best way to give that in order to maintain a good life for himself, for his family, and not to turn too far away from the core of who he is as a person. Really, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and we follow his story through the novel as he tries to overcome that, basically. So, overall, this was a great and gripping read. It's almost 400 pages, and I breezed through it in about 6 days, as well as, living my life and working full time and doing all of that. So I think that's a testament that it is a page turner. And it's also a Canada Read selection. For those who aren't Canadians, that is a very prestigious award. And so I wish Lawrence Hill all the best. Um, May the best book win, whichever it is. And yes, definitely, if you're interested, check it out. It is a worthwhile read, and I would love for you to come back over, tell me a little bit about what you thought, or visit my website. And yes, I'd love to hear from you. The Illegal by Lawrence Hill.